So, Lupe, you guys have seen an increase in things like cocaine, heroin, and fentanyl. What do you attribute that to over the last few months here?
I think it started back when marijuana was legalized for medical use, and then in some other locations, some other states. When that started happening in the United States, I think that the drug traffickers started really focusing more on the hard narcotics. There's a bigger profit margin for them.
So, you've seen something like a more than 40% increase in fentanyl alone. How recent has that been?
That's been here primarily this year, since the start of this year to now. Because of the travelers restrictions that we have, we see a lot more body carriers coming in with fentanyl strapped to their body. And so we're making a lot of seizures, and it doesn't seem to deter them at all.
You mentioned body carriers. Any other trends among these smugglers? I mean, is there a new type of person who's bringing these items across?
Well, those trends kind of fluctuate as it is. You'll see for a while they were using juveniles because they thought they wouldn't be prosecuted. Now what you're seeing is American citizens, and I think that's because of the travel restrictions, because, the travel restrictions really focus on if you're not a U.S. citizen or a legal permanent resident, you have to be traveling for essential purposes. So that's reduced the number of non-immigrants coming in, and American citizens can come in. So you've seen an increase in U.S. citizens, primarily younger people also coming in as body carriers.
So, have you noticed a difference in travel at the ports given the restrictions that are in place?
Well, we have. I mean, we've seen a reduction across the board, anywhere from 20 to 40% a reduction in travel and pedestrians and passenger vehicle. But what's concerning is that even though there has been a reduction in traffic, we still have a lot of people that are traveling for non-essential purposes. So they know that American citizens and legal permanent residents, we're never going to turn you around. You can come in. But we consistently get requests from especially the medical community. They're very concerned that their facilities are being overwhelmed by cases, and it's because a lot of people are still traveling for non-essential purposes, and they're going into areas that have high rates of COVID-19. So we really want to encourage travelers to really think twice before they travel into Mexico.
There are instances where things get past the port or they go outside the ports, and that's where your colleagues in Border Patrol have seen seizures as well. But once it gets past there, I mean, there's got to be some frustration knowing that it got through. Tell us about how that still happens, because people are skeptical of when there's so much manpower, technology, how it manages to make its way past the border.
Well, exactly. And it is a business, and we are one part, as you say, of this layered enforcement. And even within our ports, we have layered enforcements. We'll do operations pre-primary, post-primary. We have the new technology and the low energy x-rays that are much faster, so we don't delay traffic, but very, very good x-ray systems. But if we get very effective at the ports of entry, then we're cutting into their profits. So they're going to find ways, as you know, in Arizona, tunnels are very, very popular. A lot of times when our seizures start to drop down, we eventually, we will start looking to see if Border Patrol or Homeland Security Investigations comes up with a tunnel, because we know they're going to be moving it. So they'll try and get it, over the fence, through the desert, through tunnels. Any way that they can. They get very creative. The job that we do, it's a balance of enforcement and facilitation. We obviously want to facilitate the travel of legitimate travelers coming in for, essential purposes. At the same time, we have to keep these narcotics out of our country. We appreciate the help from the public and their patience when they come through our ports of entry, and we select them for inspection for whatever reason. It could be for multiple reasons. Their understanding and is really critical. And their support.